Hey loves, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to achieve the sleeve. The sleeve is like a gong sleeve. So if this interests you, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. So let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, I'll go ahead and draft out the basic sleeves. Okay, so to draft out your basic sleeve, you are going to rule out your starting line. Then from that starting line, I'm going to come down by 3 inches. So I'm going to make this fast, okay, because this is a basic sleeve. So from that point at the starting line, I'm going to measure out my sleeve length. So for the sleeve length is going to be around 22 inches or 23 inches. Okay, on that point where I came down by 3 inches, I'm going to roll out my line. Then I'm going to measure out my armhole length, okay, then add 2 inches to it. So my armhole length I'm working with is 8.5, then plus 2 inches. So after getting that, I'm going to get the midpoint. Okay, so after getting the midpoint, on that midpoint again, I'm going to go up to get the midpoint between the starting line and that line. Okay, then after that, I'm going to just connect this with a slant S. At the starting line, I'm also going to get my elbow length. So my elbow length is 13 inches. Okay, then come down by your elbow length. Then I'm going to also input my elbow measurement, then add my stitching allowance, and also at the hem of the sleeve I'm going to input my wrist measurement and add my stitching allowance. So guys, this is the basic sleeve, you can see. So I'm going to just cut it out. Okay, so this is how I draft my basic sleeve. It works for me. Okay,
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
So now I'm going to just draft out the other sleeve, which is the shorter one. Okay, so I'm going to bring this paper, as you can see, another paper like this, and I'm going to place it under the basic sleeve like this. So just go ahead and place it under the basic sleeve. And mind you, when drafting out your basic sleeve, always remember that this is on fold. Okay, so when you are dividing your measurement, always divide it by 2. So for the shorter sleeve, I'm going to make it 6 inches, okay, plus the stitching allowance, which is the hemming allowance, and the allowance to attach it at on the blouse. Okay, but I discovered it was really short, so I will advise you to make yours around 7 to 8 inches. Okay, so on this point, which is the armhole line, I'm going to extend it by 3 inches. So this is to get the puff area. Okay, the 3 inches is for the puff. Okay, so after getting the 3 inches, you can make yours 5 inches. Okay, because I don't want it to be too puffy, so you can extend that part by 5 inches. So after that, I'm going to just cut it out like this. So after cutting it out at the top, I'm also going to remove the basic sleeve so that I can cut out the sleeve length. Okay, so guys, after cutting, this is what we have. You can see this is what we are having. So I'm going to just pleat the top on the basic sleeve. Okay, so this is it for the puffy sleeve. Okay, so now I've gone ahead to cut out my basic sleeve on my fabric, and I'm going to just get the midpoints. Okay, so after getting the midpoint, I'm going to just open it up like this. I'm going to just rule out my line at the middle of the sleeve like this. Okay, so which is the crease line. So after getting it, I'm going to come down by 17 inches from the top of the sleeve. Okay, so after getting the 17 inches, after coming down by 17 inches at the hem of the sleeve, from the midpoint of the sleeve, I'm going to go out by 2.5 inches at both sides of that line. You can see at both sides of the midpoint of the line. So I'm going to just go out by 2.5 inches and I'm going to connect it like this. So it's going to look like a dot. Okay, so just connect the points like this. So after connecting, this is what we have. So I'm going to take my measurements to measure the straight line, and I got 7.5, and I also measure out the slanted lines, and I also got 7.5. So I'm going to use that measurement to work out for the flare of the sleeve. Okay, the sleeve has a flare kind of. So this part is going to be on fold. Then I'm going to mark 7 inches. Slanted line also, I'm going to place 7.5 inches for the slanted line at that part, okay?
But all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past.
So that straight line we measured out, I'm going to mark the 7.5 inches, but I'm going to add extra inches, so you can add 2 inches, okay? So I think I added 3 inches, but later on I trimmed it off to 2 inches, okay? Then after that, I'm going to make like a square line like this. Then I'm going to just curve this part like this. So just go ahead and curve it out. This is what we are having. You can see. So this is just like you cutting out a train for a bridal gown, for a bridal mermaid skirt, okay? So this is how to just cut it out, and I've gone ahead to cut it on my fabric, and you can see this part is on fold. That part where I wrote on fold is still on fold, okay? So this is it, guys. Don't add any allowance, don't add any stitching allowance on it, okay? So just get the midpoint like so. Then watch me how I'm going to attach this to the basic sleeve. Then I'm going to just get the midpoint, place it on the midpoint of that sleeve. You can see that 17 inches line. So I'm going to just place it there. Then that other part, the opened part, I'm going to place it on the slanted lines. So you can see what I'm doing. So just fold in the fabric a bit, then stitch on it, just top stitch on it, okay, in the way that it's not going to be obvious. So after doing that, guys, this is what I'm having. You can see what the sleeve is looking like, okay? So guys, for this other sleeve, I've gone ahead to cut out my lining, and I cut out 2 linings. So the other lining, I added my gum stay, okay? So I'm going to place it on the lace part like this, right side facing. Then I'm going to stitch the bottom part, okay? So after doing that, guys, this is what I'm having. I've gone ahead to turn it out, and I've top stitched the top, okay? So the next thing now to do is to bring it like this and place it on the basic sleeve, okay? So make sure the sides, the both side of the sleeves are matching up together. So the excess at the top is going to be for the puffy part, okay? So you are going to pleat the excess at the top, or you are going to use your needle and thread to make like gathers on the sleeve, okay? So just go ahead and pleat it up or gather it up at the top of that sleeve, the excess at the top of the sleeve. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to pin it, okay? Then after pinning, guys, this is it. So the top now, I'm going to go ahead and pleat it up like this. So you can pleat it or you can gather it up. So this is the excess at the top. So I'm going to just gather it up like this, or I'm going to just pleat it, okay? So whichever one works for you. So this is it. This is how it's going to look like by the time I'm done. So before that, I'm going to make like a dart at the midpoint of this part, so you can see, so that the puff can stand properly. So guys, this is it. I've gone ahead to attach it, and this is what the sleeve is looking like. You can see how beautiful it's looking already. You can see the inside, very clean, very neat, okay? So let's go ahead and attach it to the dress. So guys, this is me on my stitching machine. So I'm going to go ahead and place the sleeve on the wrong side like this, okay? Then I'm going to get the midpoints, place it on the shoulder of the dress like this, and I'm going to trace it up to the side of the dress. You can see up to the stitching allowance of that dress. You can see what I'm doing. This is not how I attach my sleeves. When I've gotten to the stitching allowance of the dress, I'm going to just mark it there. Then I'm going to input all my measurements, okay? So remember, whenever you are inputting your measurement, you always divide it by 2. So divide your bicep measurement by 2, which is your round sleeve measurement, okay? Divide it by 2, and also divide your elbow measurement by 2. So these are the measurements I'm placing on the sleeves, on the basic sleeve, okay, like this. So after that, I'm also going to go ahead and stitch it down like this, as you can see me doing.
Been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay.
I'm going to cut out the excess. So it's better for you to have excess than you having shortage, okay? So after that, guys, this is what the sleeve now is looking like. So it's time for me to attach it to the dress. So place seam to seam, that is the seam of the sleeve and the seam of the dress. Just place it together like this, right side facing. So you can see what I'm doing. That part is a little bit stuffy. I'm going to just go ahead and stitch it down, okay? So just take it easy, just take your time when doing this, okay? Because you know we are having two sleeves attached to each other. So just go ahead and attach the sleeve on the dress. So guys, after attaching it, this is what the sleeve is looking like. You can see how beautiful the sleeve is looking. Can see how it's looking already. So beautiful. So guys, this is it. This is how it came out. So just go ahead and attach your beads on the sleeves if you want to. So I think later on I attached my beads, or you can attach a fringe to it, okay? And I'm also going to hem the rough edges. So guys, after stitching, this is what the both sleeves now are looking like. This is it. I hope this video was interesting and I hope you learned one or two things from it. So if you do, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you so much always. Love you guys. Bye.
I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays.